My name is Elora Benita from Primary 3. Today I'm gonna tell you the story about the legend of Roro Jonggrang. Long ago, in the heart of ancient Java, there was a kingdom called Prambanan, a land of peace and prosperity. Its people lived happily under the rule of a wise and just king. But one day, disaster struck. The mighty Pengging kingdom, led by the cruel and powerful Bandung Bondowoso, invaded Prambanan, taking control of the kingdom. Now, the once beautiful kingdom of Prambanan fell into the hands of a ruler who was feared by all. Bandung Bondowoso was not just any king. He possessed incredible magical powers, and his army was unlike any other. Alongside his army, he commanded the help from genies, mystical creatures with powers that could move mountains and shape the very earth itself. But amidst this chaos, there was hope. The king of Prambanan had a beautiful daughter named Roro Jonggrang. She was known far and wide for her wisdom, grace, and strength. One day, Bandung Bondowoso laid eyes on her and was immediately struck by her beauty. He thought, "I must have her as my queen." With his heart set on her, he approached Roro Jonggrang. "You are the most beautiful woman I have ever seen. Will you marry me and become my queen?" Roro Jonggrang stared at him with defiance in her eyes. "I do not love you, Bandung Bondowoso. You are a cruel king, and your heart is as dark as the night." Bandung Bondowoso's mouth faltered, but he did not give up. "You may not love me now, but I will win your heart. All I ask for you to marry me." Roro Jonggrang knew she had to refuse, but the people of Prambanan was still under his control. She feared his anger and what might he do to her kingdom. She needed to think of a clever way out. Every moment of silence, she came up with a plan. "If you want to marry me, you must complete an impossible task. Build me 1,000 temples in one night. And only then I will consider becoming your queen." 1,000 temples? That is impossible, even for me. But if that's what you demand, I will do it. You will be mine and I will make you the queen of Pengging. "Very well. You have one night to prove yourself." Bandung Bondowoso was confident. He knew that with the help of his genies, the task would be no problem. He immediately commanded his genie army to begin building the temples. As the genies worked tirelessly, Roro Jonggrang heard the sound of hammering and chiseling, and her heart sank. The temples were rising quickly, and she feared that Bandung Bondowoso might actually succeed. "Listen carefully. We must delay him. Quickly, gather dry grass and mortar. We need to make the sounds of dawn. Burn the grass and pound the mortar as loudly as you can. Make it sound like the sun is about to rise." As the genies worked on the final temples, the leaders of the genies looked up. "It's done! The sun is coming! We must retreat!" "What is going on? Why are you stopping? We still have work to do." "We cannot work in the daylight, Your Majesty. We must return to the shadows before the sun rises." "Foolish genies, I commanded you to finish the task." But then he realized something. He had been tricked. He turned to Roro Jonggrang, his eyes blazing with fury. "You deceived me, Roro Jonggrang. You played me for a fool. I gave you a challenge that was impossible to complete. just as you are impossible to love. You may have tricked me, but I will not let you escape. You owe me 1,000 temples and you will become one. He began to chant a powerful spell. Roro Jonggrang felt her body stiffen, and before she could react, she was frozen in place. The spell had turned her into stone. You will be the 1,000th temple, he declared. To this day, Roro Jonggrang's stone figure stands in the Prambanan temples, a monument to her cleverness and bravery, and to the king who was outwitted by a woman's wit. The end. Hope you enjoyed the story. Thank you. Bye-bye.